We'll go ahead and run down your starting lineup. There you see Isaac Morris walking away with the pole position. Luis Nunez right there on the outside pole. Row number 2, Gavin Sanders, followed by Dakota Nemaj, Julian Altena, and Nick DeGroot making up row number 3. Row number 4 here tonight, Matt Houston and Jim Herrick. Rounding out the top 10, Alex Van de Sant and Tyler Coogan. Gonna scroll through the rest of your starting lineup here tonight. Rounding out the top 10, Shane Coogan right there. Paul Rodriguez back in the 21st spot. There you see all of the drivers as the pace car is down and out of the way. We're set to go green flag racing once again here tonight in Velocity Online Racing's Apex Sage Coaching 300. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight. Drivers scatter down the front stretch. Everybody trying to make their way around the track early here tonight. Up at the front, Isaac Morris starts to step away from Luis Nunez, who has help right behind him, has trouble. Gavin Sanders all over that rear wing, right on the gearbox. Nunez blocks the inside run. Sanders not going to be able to do anything with it. Drivers begin to get single file gaps beginning to develop at the front of the field as Morris steps off to a half of a second advantage. There you see a battle as Julian Altena takes that inside lane. He's going to slot himself into the 4th spot. Dakota Demaj says, no, you don't. Strong on the outside line. That run has got him back inside that top 5, running in the 4th position. Altena going to slot back to 5th. Battles all over the speedway right now. Tyler Coogan back there battling for the 10th spot on track. Has Thomas Gessler right there in front of him. And oh, Matt Houston, what has happened to Houston? Falling through the field. Houston, big time checkup. Not sure what happened with Houston, but he has dropped through the field. And there you see big time trouble for Houston, still trying to recover. His machine may very well be damaged. We'll jump back up at the front as we've got a battle for that 2nd spot on the track. Luis Nunez still trying to keep himself up in front of Gavin Sanders, who is hot on his trail. Very close battle back here. Take a look at this one going on. There's 2-3 cars all lined up with each other. Thomas Gessler, Alex Van de Sant, as well as Victor Santos right here in this 3-car, almost 4-car. If you go ahead and toss Tyler Coogan into that battle as well. And Isaac Morris, man, oh man, talking about making the best of your situation. Driver had to qualify his way in for a chance to race here tonight, and he has absolutely benefited all he could. Walked away with the pole position, now leading all of the laps so far here tonight and enjoying a 1.4 second advantage. Oh, and caution flag comes out. Tyler Coogan caught up in this one. We'll have to take a look back here, see if we can't see what happened with Tyler. There you see some trouble there. Coogan loose off of 4 into the inside wall, and around he goes. First caution flying on lap number 8 here tonight from Twin Ring Motegi. In Velocity Online Racing, Apex Sage Coaching 300. Very early caution. Drivers looking to space them out. Man at the front had a big-time lead. Can he get that lead back? We'll wait to see as the pace car ducks off of the track. Things ready to go back. Green flag racing, and on the gas, green flag flies. Once again here at Twin Ring Motegi, and Isaac Morris set sail once again. Battle is for that 2nd position on track. There you can see Luis Gonzalez. He's got Gavin Sanders just behind him, all over him right now. I tell you what, why don't we go down on board with one of our nose cams here with the driver in that 3rd position, Gavin Sanders right there. There you can see him trying to chase down Luis Nunez. Want to give a big time shout out to Gavin Sanders and his entire crew letting us put those great cameras down there on his Dallara IR18. Just behind them there you can see Dakota DeMage and Nick DeGroot battling for the final slot inside the top 5, switching positions. Now DeGroot goes to 4th. DeMage looks for the crossover, not going to have it. DeGroot going to stay right there in the 4th spot. Your top 4 are already beginning to separate themselves from most of the pack. Alex Van de Zandt right there behind. Julian Altena 2 by 2 just behind them. Christopher Kresge, Oscar Fredrickson, they're battling for the 8th and 9th position. That's starting to sort itself out, beginning to get single file back there. Oh, close moment as Van de Zandt almost into the back of Altena. Back at the front of the field, Isaac Morris has stepped away once again. 1 second advantage as he crosses the line to begin lap 18 out of the 120 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. We'll run back through your top 5 as we were trying to do earlier before that first caution. Still leading the race after taking the pole and leading the entire race, the 63 of Isaac Morris. Driver sitting in that 2nd spot there. You can see him, the 15 of Luis Gonzalez Nunez. Driver taking it to a victory lane last week, looking to replicate that once again. Just behind him, running in 3rd there, you can find Gavin Sanders right on the heels. Fresh into them podium positions. Gavin with a great run so far here tonight. Just behind him, driver of the 98 for Velocity Racing, Nick DeGroot. 82 machine being piloted by Nick DeMage right there from Sunset Arctic. Fine run slotting in that 5th and final top 5 position. Multiple battles still on track. We'll jump back here a little further through the field, just outside of your top 10. Robert Sadler, Thomas Gessler, as well as Dave Stedman, Oscar Gonzalez right there behind them. Victor Santos in tow as well. Short distance back, about a half a second back, you can find Shane Coogan, as we've got a 3-wide battle there between Stedman, Gonzalez, and Santos. Santos goes to the bottom, still 3 wide. Look at that beautiful shot coming off of turns 1 and 2, still 3 wide for the moment. Santos thinks better of it. He's going to back out. Now look back to the bottom. He'll go side by side with Gonzalez once again, who's still hanging tough on the outside. Now looking to fill the spot, jumping to the outside. Santos side by side now with Stedman. Little further up through the field, just inside of your top 8, Oscar Fredrickson running in that 8th spot. He's got Christopher Kresge as well as Robert Sadler in tow. There you can see these drivers battling hard, as Thomas Gessler right there trying to take the position away from Sadler. Now dropping to the inside. He's going to make the pass off of turn 4, put Sadler back to 11th. Gessler breaks in to the top 10. Great run by multiple drivers out there so far here tonight. We've got big-time movers through the field. Oscar Gonzalez taking 12 positions from where he started tonight's race, up pretty much halfway through the field. 25 drivers took to the starting grid tonight. We've still got 24 drivers on track, 23 on the lead lap, and Gonzalez now up into the top 12. Rodriguez looks like he may have went around, and there you can see heavy damage on Rodriguez's Dallara IR18. We'll take a look back here. Oh, and looked like one driver getting loose, and Looks like that was actually two separate incidents going on. Oh, we'll take one more look at it here. Try to see who that was on the binders, on the brakes, and loose right there. There you can see him. Field working their way off of turn number 4. We're going to get set to go back. Green flag this time, waiting on your race leader to hit the gas, and green flag flies once again here from Twin Ring Motegi Speedway for the Apex Sage Coaching 300. Trying to find a way to be faster, trying to find a way to get up to the front. Apex Sage Coaching can help you find those final few hundredths, final few tenths, and take you to the front of the field. Whether you're a vet or a rookie, they've got a way to improve your times, improve your running. Check them on out over on Twitter, Apex Sage Coach. Twitter handle over there. Go ahead and message them, hit them on up. Tell them Velocity Online Racing sent you. As these drivers continue to battle for position on track, we're going to throw up some intervals for you there. 7th, 8th, and 9th all over each other. Fredrickson, Santos, and Gonzalez battling it out right now for a spot in the top 7. Gessler just in front of them on the rear spoiler of Altena. Altena trying to make his way up inside the top 5, and he's finally been able to do so here tonight, running just in front of this pack that's on screen. We'll go up here with Altena as he's got Gessler right there on his rear deck lid, rear spoiler, I should say. No deck lid here in the Dallara IR18s, and to the bottom goes Gessler, and it looks like Altena just kind of going to give that spot, give the line to him here. Work to the high side off of turn 3 and 4, and big run for Gessler. He's on his way to the front of the field. Jamie Jenkins right there losing some time now, being scored as the first car down one lap after trying to stay out in leading a lap under caution. That's going to backfire and go the wrong way for Jenkins. Santos drops to the bottom. He's looking to take the 6th spot away from Altena. Santos slotting himself into that 6th spot. Altena now falling through the field, down 2 positions from where he started tonight's race. Back running in the 7th position. Gotta look out because there's more battles going on. Gonna jump back here with this 2 and 3 car battle. That's for a 10th spot. Oscar Gonzalez all over Christopher Kresge. Kresge all over Coogan. Those two drivers battling it out just in front of Oscar Gonzalez. Gonzalez, who runs in the 11th spot in the 11 car. Altena making a move, and Kresge paying for it back behind him. Has to get out of the gas just a little bit here. Oscar Fredrickson gonna make his way around Altena, and Altena is moving backwards through the field. Shane Coogan now dropping back just a little bit. What's going on with Julian in that one machine? Seems to be struggling quite a bit here tonight at Twin Ring Motegi, out there near that outside wall. Wonder if that right side has gotten into that outside wall at some point in time here. It does seem to be right there on pace. You can see the mile per hour down there mirroring the drivers around him. And caution flag flies. Chris Scala has had some trouble. Let's look back here, see what happened with our turn 3 replay. Oh my goodness, and Scott. Slight contact. Well, that's going to be a lot more contact than some slight contact. Luckily, though, for Scala, he was definitely able to minimize the damage there. But still, any damage is bad damage. Your race leader right here, bringing the field to green. Great look back at the field here in the Apex Sage coaching 300 at Twin Ring Motegi. Race leader on the gas. Green flag flies once again. There you see the gap he gets right off the gate. Man, dropping the hammer and saying goodbye to the field. Your race leader steps away to a good advantage already. Drivers still battling for positions back through the field. There's Oscar Fredrickson. He's got himself a slight advantage over over Chad Lurdy, I should say, back here battling with Nick DeGroot. You'll see them. Oh, and into the wall goes Lurdy. Hard into that outside wall goes Lurdy. Looks like drivers all making their way by. Oscar Gonzalez makes his way by as well. Looks like some of those technical bugs coming back for just a brief moment. Things sorting themselves out now. Looks like everything's good to go. Still battling for spot inside that top 5, though, is Oscar Gonzalez. Gonzalez, he's just right there. Oh, my goodness. Big time move. Super loose. Back behind the field, dropping through the field now goes Lurdy. Gonzalez right there with Kresge trying to take that spot away. He'll look to the high side, make the pass off of 2. Put Gonzalez into the top 10 slot. Kresge back to the 11th spot. Still out there on track as well. And it looks like we've got a driver into the wall. And there you can see Scala into the wall, heavily damaged in the sim. Not really liking it. Back track side as the Ford Mustang pace car ready to duck off. We're ready to go back. Green flag racing this time by race fans. Field back in the hands of Isaac Morris, who has control of the race. Fires it off. Green flag back in the air here tonight at Twin Ring Motegi. There you see your race leader firing it off down into turn number 1. Team race verse partnership with Sunset Arctic Games. Look at that right there. This man has been at the front, and caution flag flies. Dave Stedman, Christopher Kresge got up in this one. We'll take a look back at this one. Kresge still sideways on the track. Let's take a look back and see what happened here. There you can see Kresge going to the bottom and right into the right front. Oh, Kresge down into Dave Stedman, and into the outside wall goes both drivers. There you see Kresge limping his machine around the track, but he's going to have to bring it to pit road. Morris jumps all over the gas very early, catches the field sleeping. Here comes Thomas Gessler on Dakota Damage. He's going to take that spot away with ease. Oh, and battling back for it. Here comes Damage. He's wanting that third and final podium spot back. That's going to bring Oscar Gonzalez. Gonzalez right up there in the mix. Don't forget the driver right behind them. That wily, sneaky, very fast Julian Altino right there now knocking on the door of a top 5. Once again running in the 6th position. Back at the front, want to keep you in touch with this race battle going on. It is the one for the race lead. Gavin Sanders right there, just half a second back from your race leader. Pushing hard is Sanders, almost into that outside wall off of turn number 4. That's pushing Morse to the max last time by. Fastest lap of the race for your race leader, 28:33. Fastest lap of the entire race coming that time by. So when it's all on the line, Morris putting it all out on track. Gonna look through the field, look at this small battle going on right here. Oh my goodness, cutting right back in front of Gonzalez's Gessler. Gessler trying hard to keep that third and final podium position here tonight in the Apex Sage Coaching 300 at Motegi for Velocity Online Racing Season 2, round number 2. 19 laps remaining in tonight's Apex Sage Coaching 300. Will we be green to the end? No. Caution flag gonna fly. Looks like Shane Coogan may have been involved in this latest incident. That's what we're hearing. There you see Coogan coming to a crawl and a rest down there. Oh, and contact between himself and another driver, and up the track he goes. Oh, hard impact there. We'll take one more look at that. There you see the contact, and oh my goodness. That is a hard impact to the outside wall for Coogan. He is on pit road and out of tonight's Apex Sage Coaching 300. We find ourselves under caution once again here tonight. Back track side front of the field as we get set to go back. Green flag racing here tonight. Field back in the hands of your race leader, Isaac Morris. He continues to dominate here tonight. Just under 15 laps to go here tonight as the field makes their way to turns 3 and 4. We'll wait for the race leader to hit the loud pedal and fire things off once again. He's been able to jump out to some great starts here tonight. Nails the gas. Green flag flies once again here at Twin Ring Motegi in the Apex Sage Coaching 314 laps now remaining for Isaac Morris, and he has led knocking on the door of about 100 laps so far here tonight. Gavin Sanders right there running in a second in tow. Thomas Gessler right there in third. Oscar Gonzalez in the fourth spot. Dakota Damage rounding out your top 5. He's got Julian Altena just behind him. Will we stay clean and green for the final 13 laps here tonight, or will we see that pesky caution flag fly one more time? Small battles all over the field back here. We'll check in with the top 10 battle. Victor Santos right there in 9th battle for that 10th spot. Oscar Fredrickson looking to the bottom, trying to take it away from Tyler Coogan. Gonna do so in 3 and 4. Put Fredrickson into the top 10. Looking around the track, looking around, timing and scoring. Small gaps already developing. Looks like there's about a half a second between most of the drivers out there on track. So we will jump back up front with the battle for the race lead. There you can see the man on screen, Gavin Sanders, trying to close the distance, trying to close the gap to the man at the front. Nobody has had anything for Isaac Morris all race long. He continues to lead the front of the field here tonight. Looks like a little lag behind there by the overlay for a brief moment. Still thought we were under caution. We are not under caution. We are still green flag racing here in Velocity Online Racing season number 2, round number 2, the Apex Sage Coaching 300 at Motegi. 10 laps now remaining for your race leader. There you can see him in that 63 race verse. Dallara IR18 continues to lead the field, now stretching the gap, almost a 1 second advantage over second place. Sanders right there. Sanders has been inside the top 3 pretty much all race long. Started in the 3rd spot, was able to gain 1 spot up to the 2nd position, but that is pretty much where he has stalled out and stayed because Morris has been the class of the field. Gessler right here slotting inside that final third and that final podium spot in the 3rd position. Oscar Gonzalez right there. Dakota Damage trying to close the distance as well. Just behind Damage, you can find Julian Altena in the One Machine last season's champion, trying to turn around last week's tough run, and now falling to the wayside a little bit further back to the 7th spot as Nick DeGroot has been able to make his way by Julian Altena. We'll go back to this battle for the 6th spot on track. De Groot working that high side. He's going to make the pass that time out of turn number 4. Altena right there in the slipstream, trying to come back, looking to the bottom in turns 1 and 2. Not going to be there, not going to be enough. De Groot going to keep that spot. We'll check back in right here with the battle for that final podium position. Only real battle out there on track right now, a little bit further back through the field. John Christensen trying to close some distance on Luis Gonzalez Nunez, last week's race winner. Not having a good go here tonight at Twin Ring Motegi. Gonzalez Nunez sitting back in the 12th spot. Battle still raging here. Oh my goodness, Gessler gets pretty loose off of turn number 2. Gonna snake to the bottom of the track, slide back in front of Oscar Gonzalez. Head back down into turn number 3. Field will make their way by the stripe. High five for your race leader. 5 laps to go here in the Apex Sage Coaching 300. Still continue to watch this battle right here on track. One of your closest battles. There are about 2 more other battles out there on track. We'll check in on them here in just a brief moment. Gessler and Gonzalez snake down the front stretch as Gessler tries to break the slipstream. Lap number 4 underway. Victor Santos, he's going up there. He's going to try to take a spot away from Altena as Altena continues to fall through the running order in the late goings here. 4 laps remaining, now 3 to go as the leader gets ready to cross the line. There it is, 3 laps to go for Isaac Morris. Altena struggling to keep that 7th spot. Looks like Victor Santos going to look to the inside and take that spot away easily going into 1 and 2. So Altena falling through the field, falling from grace early here in season number 2. Back with that battle at the front. There you see Gessler. He's been able to open up the distance just a little bit. Popsicle sticks for your race leader. Just 2 laps remaining for Isaac Morris, and he can put the race a win in his back pocket. He's already put the most laps, led the pole position, as well as leading a lap in his back pocket. And he is now looking to walk away from Twin Ring Motegi with the Apex Sage Coaching 300 trophy, crossing the line. White flag, final lap here tonight in the Apex Sage Coaching 300 and Velocity Online Racing Season 2, round number 2, hugging that bottom lane back off of turn 2, enjoying the celebration right here. A little bit of wave down the back stretch out of Isaac Morris down through turn 3, off of 4 for the final time. Gonna cross the stripe, checkered flag in hand for your race winner, Isaac Morris. Your unofficial race results for tonight's Apex Sage Coaching 300 Velocity Online Racing Season number 3, round number 2. Isaac Morris taking the top spot away in his 63 machine after a dominant performance. Walking away in the 2nd position, driver of the 9 machine, Gavin Sanders. Thomas Gessler right there in his 18. Gonna round out the podium positions tonight. The 11 of Oscar Gonzalez gonna finish in 4th, walking away with a top 5. Dakota Dimash. Nick DeGroot gonna finish in 6th. Victor Santos slotting home in the 7th position. Last season champion Julian Altena with some trouble tonight, finishing back in the 8th spot. Robert Sadler gonna bring his 6th machine home in 9th, and rounding out your top 10 here tonight, the 12 of Oscar Fredrickson.